Now, let's talk about the pastoralistic nomadic tribes of Africa. The various tribes are the Bedouins, the Berbers, the Maasai and the Turkana, and most of them live in the semi-arid grasslands and the arid desert where the rainfall is very less. These people raise cattle, camel and goat, also sell milk and meat, and others they work in the fields, that is they practice agriculture, and some of them are engaged in trade and transport. So, there are various activities beside herding cattle, sheep and camel that is done by the pastoralistic nomadic tribes of Africa. Well, now when the European scramble for possessions started in Africa, that is when various countries of Europe wanted to have their own colonies in Africa, they actually divided the map of Africa according to their own conveniences. So, Africa was divided into various country possessions, and in 1885 Maasai land was actually cut into half by the British, Kenya and the Germans, and by this came all the difficulties for the pastoralistic nomadic tribes of Africa. We see that the best grazing land was taken away by the white settlers, and the Maasai people actually lost 60% of their land, which means scarcity of pasture land, which means scarcity of livelihood, bad hit for the economy, again similar to what we had seen during British Raj in India. In the late 19th century, the Britishers started encouraging cultivation instead of pasture land, similar to what they had done in India, because they wanted to increase revenue and there were certain crops which they badly required in their own country. Now, not only did the grazing land turn into cultivated land, but also the Britishers started making the games reserve on these grazing lands, and few of them were the Masai Maru and the Samburu National Park and the Serengeti Park, which means most of the land of the pasture was gone into cultivation or the game reserves. Again, a big loss and hit to the nomadic tribe, the pastoralistic nomadic tribe of Africa. So, wherever there is a foreign power which comes and starts dominating another country, such situations do arise by which the customary rights of the people are taken away, and they are forced to live under the harsh laws and conditions laid down by the foreign rule. This is exactly what we are seeing in Africa at this time. We will continue with the story in the next clipping.